Welcome back to our channel. Today, we explore the historic top 6 first coins 1776-976 D. Eisenhower $1, a special bicentennial coin honoring 200 years of American independence. Featuring President Dwight D. Eisenhower and the iconic colonial drummer, this coin represents freedom, history, and patriotism. Let's discover its story, design, and collector value together. The 1776-1976 Eisenhower $1 coin, commonly known as the bicentennial Eisenhower dollar, was issued to celebrate 200 years of American independence. This special coin honored the founding of the United States, marking the historic journey from 1776 to 1976. It was the first U.S. dollar coin to feature a dual date 1776-1976 instead of a single year, making it instantly recognizable and historically significant. The coin is part of the Eisenhower dollar series, named after Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States and a respected World War II general. Eisenhower's portrait appears on the obverse front side of the coin, designed by chief engraver Frank Gasparro. His strong profile symbolizes leadership, military success, and national unity, qualities deeply associated with Eisenhower's legacy. What truly sets the 1776-1976 Eisenhower dollar apart is its reverse design. Instead of the usual Apollo 11 moon landing eagle, this bicentennial version features a colonial drummer boy, also designed by Frank Gasparro. The drummer represents the spirit of the American Revolution and the ordinary citizens who fought for freedom. Behind the drummer is a victory torch surrounded by 13 stars, symbolizing the original 13 colonies. This design was selected through a national design competition, making it a people-inspired commemorative coin. The D Mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. The Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of bicentennial Eisenhower dollars, making them relatively common in circulation compared to proof and silver-clad versions. The D Mint coins were made of copper-nickel-clad composition, not silver, which affects both their weight and value today. Although many people assume bicentennial Eisenhower dollars are rare, the 1776-1976 D version is generally not rare due to its high mintage. However, collectors still value these coins for their historical importance, unique design, and patriotic symbolism. Coins found in uncirculated or high-grade condition, MS65 and above, can be worth significantly more than face value, especially if they have strong luster and no major marks. Another interesting fact is that bicentennial coins, including the Eisenhower dollar, were produced in both 1975 and 1976, but all carry the 1776-1976 date. This was done so enough coins could be released nationwide ahead of the official bicentennial celebrations, ensuring widespread circulation. Today, the 1776-1976 D Eisenhower dollar remains a popular entry-level collectible for beginners and a nostalgic piece for seasoned collectors. While circulated examples usually trade close to face value, well-preserved coins and professionally graded specimens can sell for higher prices in the collector market. Beyond monetary value, this coin stands as a lasting reminder of America's 200th birthday and the enduring legacy of freedom and independence. Next coins, the Eisenhower dollar was first introduced in 1971 as a tribute to both President Dwight D. Eisenhower and the historic Apollo 11 moon landing of 1969. The coin was unique for several reasons. It was the first large-size U.S. dollar issued since the Peace Dollar series ended in 1935, and it was the first dollar coin struck using the new copper-nickel-clad composition instead of the traditional silver alloy, except for special collector's versions. The 1972 S. Eisenhower dollar specifically carries the S mint mark, indicating it was minted at the San Francisco Mint, which at that time produced primarily proof coins rather than circulation strikes. Proof coins were specially struck for collectors with a higher quality finish, featuring deeply mirrored fields and frosted design elements that set them apart from regular circulation coins. The obverse of the 1972 S. Eisenhower dollar depicts a profile of President Eisenhower, designed by Frank Gasparro, who was the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. This portrait shows Eisenhower in a dignified and realistic style, reflecting his role as a respected military leader and 34th President of the United States. The reverse features a rendition of Apollo 11's insignia on the moon, including an eagle landing with an olive branch, designed to symbolize peace. Surrounding the eagle are the inscriptions United States of America and $1, while the coin's motto, EPLURIBUSUNUM, is prominently displayed above. This design choice was deliberate, linking Eisenhower's legacy as a World War II general to America's new achievements in space exploration. The 1972 Eisenhower dollar was struck in both standard clad proof and special 40% silver collector versions, making it a sought-after coin for numismatists. Unlike circulation strikes, these proof coins were carefully produced using polished dies and planchets to achieve the highest visual quality. As a result, the 1972 proofs often display remarkable sharpness in the details of Eisenhower's portrait and the moon landing eagle, along with deep, mirror-like surfaces. Collectors today prize these coins not only for their historical significance but also for their aesthetic appeal. While the circulation Eisenhower dollars of 1972 were minted in Philadelphia and Denver in massive quantities, the San Francisco proofs were limited, giving them a higher collectible value, particularly in higher grades such as PR69 or PR70. Over the years, the 1972 Eisenhower dollar has become a staple of modern coin collections. Its significance extends beyond its limited mintage. It reflects a transitional period in U.S. coinage, bridging traditional large-size silver dollars and the modern era of smaller, clad coins. Today, collectors and historians alike appreciate the 1972 Eisenhower dollar not just as a collectible coin, but as a tangible symbol of American achievement during the early 1970s, an era marked by post-war prosperity, space exploration milestones, and the enduring legacy of President Eisenhower himself. High-grade examples, especially in original proof packaging or with 40% silver content, can command premium prices on the numismatic market, making this coin both historically meaningful and economically valuable. Next coins, the 1974 Eisenhower dollar, commonly referred to as the Ike dollar, is part of a series of coins minted from 1971 to 1978 to honor President Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States. The coin was notable not only for commemorating a beloved president and World War II general, but also for marking the first large-sized dollar coin issued by the United States since the Peace Dollar series ended in 1935. The obverse of the 1974 Eisenhower dollar features a detailed portrait of Eisenhower designed by Frank Gasparro, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. Gasparro's design captured the dignified profile of Eisenhower with clean lines and a solemn expression, symbolizing his legacy both as a military leader and a statesman. Around the edge, the coin bears the standard inscriptions, Liberty, in God We Trust, and the year of minting, 1974. The reverse design of the 1974 Eisenhower dollar pays tribute to American heritage and space exploration. It features an adaptation of the famous Apollo 11 mission insignia, depicting an eagle landing on the moon while clutching an olive branch. This reverse design commemorates the 1969 lunar landing, highlighting the United States' technological achievements. Like other coins in the series, the 1974 Eisenhower dollar was composed of a copper-nickel clad, giving it a silvery appearance similar to the earlier silver dollars but at a much lower production cost. Collectors often note the coin's substantial size and weight, which makes it visually impressive compared to smaller denominations. The 1974 Eisenhower dollar without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not carry a mint mark on coins at the time. This makes the Philadelphia 1974 issue slightly different from the coins produced at the Denver Mint, which bear a small D mint mark above Eisenhower's shoulder. Production of the Philadelphia 1974 Eisenhower dollar was quite high, with over 35 million coins struck, making it one of the more common dates in the series. Despite this, the coin holds historical significance for collectors due to its representation of the 1970s era of U.S. coinage and its place in the Post-Coinage Act modern large dollar coins. Over time, the 1974 Eisenhower dollar became popular among coin collectors and numismatists, particularly those seeking to complete the full Eisenhower series. While circulated coins are generally valued at face value, uncirculated or proof versions can fetch higher prices depending on their condition and rarity. The 1974 Philadelphia issue without a mint mark remains widely accessible today, making it a favorite for new collectors looking to add a piece of U.S. history to their collection. Beyond its monetary value, the coin serves as a tangible reminder of Eisenhower's leadership, the achievements of the Apollo program, and the evolving design trends in American coinage during the mid-20th century. Next coins, the Eisenhower dollar series, introduced in 1971, was the first U.S. dollar coin to feature a former president since the peace dollar of 1935. The coin was issued to honor Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States, who served from 1953 to 1961, and also celebrated his leadership as Supreme Commander of the Allied forces in Europe during World War II. The obverse of the Eisenhower dollar features a realistic portrait of Eisenhower designed by Frank Gasparro, the chief engraver of the United States Mint. Gasparro's design presents a dignified and authoritative image of Eisenhower, showing him in a forward-facing profile that captures both his military distinction and presidential stature. The reverse design pays tribute to America's space achievements, featuring an eagle landing on the moon clutching an olive branch, which is adapted from the Apollo 11 mission insignia, emphasizing peace and progress in a time of rapid technological advancement. The 1977 Eisenhower dollar without a mint mark specifically identifies coins minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which historically did not use a mint mark on dollar coins of this era. The absence of a mint mark can sometimes cause confusion among collectors, but it is an authentic and standard feature for Philadelphia minted coins during this period. The 1977 issue continued the standard specifications of the series, a copper-nickel clad composition over a pure copper core with a total weight of 22.68 grams, a diameter of 38.1 and a thickness of 2.58. These coins were produced primarily for circulation, although many were also struck in special proof sets for collectors. While the Eisenhower dollar was large and heavy compared to other circulating coins, it symbolized the prestige and historical importance of its namesake, making it a popular item among numismatists and the general public alike. From a historical and cultural standpoint, the 1977 Eisenhower dollar reflects a period in American history when the United States was commemorating both its recent technological achievements and its leadership in world affairs. The coin's dual homage to a revered president and to the triumphs of the U.S. space program made it more than just currency. It became a collectible piece of national pride. While most 1977 Eisenhower dollars are common and hold a modest face value in today's market, coins in uncirculated condition or those preserved in mint or proof sets can carry higher value among collectors. Special varieties, such as coins with striking errors or exceptional luster, are also sought after in the numismatic community, reflecting the enduring appeal of this coin beyond its original role as a medium of everyday commerce. Overall, the 1977 Eisenhower dollar without a mint mark represents a fusion of historical commemoration, artistic design, and numismatic interest. It embodies a snapshot of 1970s America, combining reverence for a military and political leader with pride in technological and space achievements. For collectors today, it offers both historical significance and tangible connection to a unique era of American coinage, bridging the gap between the nation's past accomplishments and the ongoing story of U.S. currency. Next coins, the 1978 Eisenhower dollar, commonly referred to as the Ike dollar, is a part of the Eisenhower series that was minted from 1971 to 1978 to honor President Dwight D. Eisenhower and commemorate the Apollo 11 moon landing on the reverse design. The obverse of the coin features a portrait of Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States, designed by Frank Gasparro, who served as the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint from 1948 to 1981. This portrait captures Eisenhower's dignified and commanding presence, reflecting his dual legacy as a military leader during World War II and as a statesman in the White House. The reverse of the 1978 Ike dollar continues the depiction of an eagle landing on the moon, clutching an olive branch, which was first introduced in the original 1971 1978 design. This image pays tribute to the historic achievement of the Apollo 11 mission in 1969 and was inspired by the famous Apollo 11 mission insignia. The coin's reverse symbolizes both peace and progress, combining patriotic themes with the celebration of human achievement in space exploration. In 1978, Eisenhower dollars were produced in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S for proof coins. A coin without a mint mark specifically indicates it was minted in Philadelphia, the nation's first mint. Coins from Philadelphia generally have a solid production quality, though they were not intended as rare collector items. The 1978 Philadelphia Eisenhower dollar contains a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel in a copper-nickel clad arrangement, typical of circulation coins of that era, and weighs 22.68 grams with a diameter of 38.1. While most 1978 Ike dollars were circulated widely as regular currency, many collectors today value them for their historical significance as the final year of the Eisenhower dollar series. The absence of a mint mark makes the Philadelphia coins easily identifiable, and although they are relatively common in circulated condition, uncirculated or high-grade examples can command higher prices among collectors. Special attention is often paid to proof versions and collector sets issued by the U.S. Mint, which feature sharper details and a mirror-like finish. The 1978 Eisenhower dollar also reflects the U.S. Mint's transitional era in coinage. By the late 1970s, the demand for large-sized dollar coins was declining in favor of the smaller Susan B. Anthony dollar, which would replace the Ike dollar in 1979. Nevertheless, the 1978 Ike dollar remains a symbol of mid-20th century American coinage, bridging historical commemoration and modern numismatic interest. For collectors, it represents the culmination of a series that celebrated a beloved president and an iconic achievement in space exploration, making it a meaningful piece for both historical and aesthetic appreciation. Thanks for exploring this piece of history with us.